channel. So today we're going to be doing some drag makeup. I look a mess. We're going to be doing some drag makeup. Specifically, I'm going to be attempting to recreate Yvie Oddly's episode 12 or 11 look for season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I really liked how her makeup turned out. Like, it was just so pretty and blended and creative, and like, I really like Yvie Oddly. I am kind of, well, no, I am rooting for her. I'm rooting for her and Akira for this season of RuPaul's Drag Race. I hope that one of them win. I'm mainly rooting for Yvie Oddly, but like, if Akira wins, I'd be really happy with that too. I genuinely feel like Yvie is going to win. I would be surprised if she didn't, but I know that with RuPaul's Drag Race, it's kind of like, there's kind of like a lot of the time it is whoever won Snatch Game, or it's whoever has the most wins for the season who usually wins. I think that Brooklyn has the most wins. I'm not really sure. I think she does, but I'm not really sure. I haven't like looked it up recently. I know that at some point she had the most wins. So yeah, but I mean, I could see Brooklyn winning. I think Silky won the Snatch Game, and I can't really see Silky winning. I'm just saying. She's not really my cup of tea. Honestly, after that lip sync for her life that she did like 2 weeks ago, I don't really know what to expect from, like, because they're gonna lip sync for the top, in the top 4 at the finale. And I'm unsure of what to expect, because that was just like, honestly, a mess. I'm gonna recreate some of Yvie's makeup on my face. I'm gonna draw an eyeball on my forehead. I'm excited. I haven't done creative makeup, or I haven't really been doing like makeup on my face in general, like from day to day a lot lately. So it feels kind of good to get back into it. And yeah, that's gonna be a talk through tutorial. So we're just gonna ramble. I'm just gonna do some drag makeup. I glued down my eyebrows already, obviously. These are my cotton rounds. I didn't put powder on them yet, so let's do that. I've had some requests for me to like show how I glue my eyebrows down. Which if you guys, why is this a square? It's supposed to be a triangle. If you guys want me to do that, like I can do that, but it's like really boring. It's just like me gluing it, and then smoothing it, and then blow drying it, and doing that like 7 times. So if you guys want to see that, we can do that, but that's boring. But again, if you guys want to see it. So I'm gonna take this by Terry powder, and I'm gonna pat it on my eyebrows. I have a sponge. I need to get more sponges. This powder is hella expensive, but to be honest, like, I don't not like it. I just don't really use it to bake, and I don't really use it to set my face, so might as well use it for this, you know? Now I'm going to spray my face with the Smashbox. This one is the Centering Citrus spray. I used up all the coconut one. I like that one the best, but I have like a million of these, so I'm gonna use this one. And then we are going to take this right here, which is my Makeup Forever mattifying base. I'm gonna put that on my face. Yeah, I've done a couple of looks kind of like this, like eyeball looks. I think I mentioned this in the intro. I don't really know. I don't remember. But I'll put them on the screen. I like doing them. I like painting eyeballs. I think that it's pretty fun. And yeah, again, I think that this look was really pretty. I don't have a red wig though. She has like a red turban on her head, I think. I have to print out some pictures. Hey, Yvie. Yeah, she has like a red turban on her head. I, for one thing, don't know how to like wrap that around my head. Also, I don't really think that like I should wear a red turban like that. It seems a little bit strange for me to wear that as a white lady. I have like a black wig with, it's like a black to red ombre wig, and I don't really want to wear it. But it's the closest thing I got to a red wig, so we're gonna wear that, I guess. Oh, and then I use like 2 different primers because my skin is gross and really oily. This one's the smoothing primer. This one's good for your pores, you know. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk, I guess, about how shitty I've been feeling with like makeup stuff lately. I'm not gonna get too bogged down with explaining it because it's not like a very fun topic. I've been feeling pretty crap about like everything lately. I've mentioned this before. We're like working, I live in Kuwait right now, and we're working on getting my husband's green card, and it's just been a really slow, shitty process. And because of that, I haven't been feeling too great about many things lately. We're gonna use the Kryolan TV paint stick in Ivory. This is kind of what I use every time I want to do like drag makeup because it just works really well for drag makeup. It also covers up my eyebrows pretty well. And we're just gonna smear this all over my face. One of the reasons why I haven't really been into makeup lately is because like the whole kind of beauty community like scene has been sort of grossing me out. I've been kind of like feeling crappy about a lot of things lately just because like I'm really sick. Ew, I look so ugly in the viewfinder. I'm really sick. I've mentioned this before. I'm sick of living in Kuwait. So I feel negative about lots of things. So me feeling kind of negative about the beauty community kind of like spiraled into me feeling very negative about the beauty community because I just feel relatively negative lately. And I think all that stuff that happened with like Chatty and James Charles and Jeffree Star for some weird reason was also involved in it. I think that shit was just like really gross, you know? I don't really get like having to make a video about your friend and like checking your friend in that way. I think that's kind of shitty. I think that's like shitty behavior up there with like calling people out on Facebook. I think that's shitty behavior, and I think that calling people out on social media, especially when you have like a following like that, like these people do, I don't know, I think it's just like really shitty garbage thing to do. And I like heard people like calling James Charles like likening him to Bill Cosby, a couple people, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, honestly? You know, like Bill Cosby like drugged and raped people. James Charles seems to be someone who is very inexperienced with it. And it kind of grows me out that I'm even talking about this because it's like, why do I even like know that? Like, why is it something that I even know, you know? And it's because he kind of had to bring it up in that video because people were calling him like a sexual predator, when in reality the guy has never even had sex before. I'd like to clarify, I think that you can obviously do like predatory sexual behavior without having sex, but I don't really think that was the case in this instance. Yeah, I've just been feeling kind of crappy about lots of things lately, and especially about like the beauty community. So that whole thing just kind of grossed me out. But anyway, this video is not about that. This video is about my drag makeup transformation into Yvie Oddly from episode 11 or 12, whatever episode, I can't remember. I think it's 12. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I'm gonna put this underneath my eyes. Have you guys tried this? It's I kind of really like it. It's quite pale. By the way, I hope that this makeup looks as pretty on me as it looks on Yvie in this episode, because it looks so pretty on her. Back to recreate it to the best of my ability. By the way, do you guys like these like talk through tutorials? I think they're very long. They're usually like quite long, so I kind of refrain from doing them, but I kind of like these better than voiceovers. I am full coverage right now, I'll tell you what. The NYX Conceal Correct Contour palette. Eat my baby, I love it so much. I'm going to contour with this. My cheekbones, my nose, all that good stuff. My face feels so heavy right now. That's like a thing about that Kryolan like foundation. It's really good for like drag makeup, but like it's so heavy, like you cannot wear it on a day-to-day basis. So if you guys are like wondering if it's a good high coverage like day-to-day foundation, absolutely not. It feels gross. And I feel like I'm like someone who's not very sensitive to like gross feeling like heavy foundations, and this foundation is just like, it's too much, honestly. Okay, so this is the concealer, e.l.f. concealer brush, and we're going to contour. I'm just gonna do like, I should probably contour more than I normally do since this is like drag makeup. Let me know who you guys are rooting for during the finale. I am curious. And who do you guys want for Miss Congeniality? I think if I had to pick, okay, so I think like probably Nina West is the most deserved to be Miss Congeniality. She seems like a very sweet queen. She just seems like a really nice person. But let's contour. So this is an e.l.f. small stipple brush. Just gonna do some circular motions. I was really like sad when Vanjie left, because I really like Vanjie, but like honestly, a lot of her runways were bathing suits. But I really just like find her hilarious. Okay, now we're gonna do a nose. And then my little baby beauty blender. I'm going to just tap my nose contour. Okay, for powder, I've been using the shit out of this. Like when I say this is good, like this is really good. It's the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage powder. And as you can see, I've been using the shit out of it. It's very pale, it like comes very pale. So if y'all have pale skin, get you some of this. And then I'm just gonna tap it all over my face. Okay, to set, what am I gonna use? I think I'm gonna use, okay, so this one has more coverage. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and then this one is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening. This one is more brightening. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the Fit Me because I think more coverage would probably be better. I'm just gonna take this and my sponge and just put a shitload of it underneath my eyes. I'm also gonna tap some of my eyebrows just because I feel like you can still see them. Can you still see them? Yeah. Yeah, I think you can still see them. I'm going to use this NYX concealer as a primer. I'm just gonna put it on like so. I think I'm gonna do well, I'm gonna set this and then I'm gonna do the eyebrows first. Her eyebrows are like kind of like an earthy brown tone. I don't know if I have it over here, hold on. It's like a perfect tone right there, but it's shimmery. It says in Milani Bold Obsession Smell. I mean, I guess I could technically like use this. I kind of hate doing my eyebrows like this. Like I feel like if I did drag makeup, I probably wouldn't do it like on a consistent, like if I had a drag persona and I did like drag makeup in my own specific way, I probably wouldn't do this specific technique for eyebrows. I'd probably like have them very like straight and going upward and dramatic like that. But since we're trying to recreate this, I'm going to recreate her eyebrows. Here. Hey. I also feel like I have a tiny forehead. So like putting my eyebrows higher up kind of looks stupid on me. Let's bring them like a little bit farther down. They're also very long. They go out to like here. Looky. To be honest, I should probably make them a black at the end because I have a black wig. You know what I want to try with like drag? I want to try the thing where they like lift their skin up here. But I don't know how they do that. I have to like look it up online. I want to do hair strokes. I just really like them. And she doesn't have any. Ew. I look like Ratchet Face from Crybaby. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I'm gonna do black. Again, because it'll just match with the wig. She doesn't have black, so if you're trying to like completely recreate her look and like maybe you're gonna put like a red scarf on your head and you want like red eyebrows, I would just do this color. Because I don't really think she has like an ombre going on, but girl, I want one. I look stupid. Can I tell you guys, if you guys have heard like a drill going on throughout this video, can I explain to you guys the weirdness that is the apartment complex that I live in? It's not an apartment complex, it's like a house. So in Kuwait, the way houses work is that like people live with their like entire family in their house. Like you'll have like your wife and kids living in the same house as like your mom and your dad and like maybe your aunt. So houses in Kuwait are kind of like filled with people, and that's pretty standard, it seems like, which is definitely different for me because that type of thing isn't really common in America. Ooh, it's so hard for me to like concentrate and like do precise things like my eyebrow. Apartment building in this like other family's giant house. It looks more like a building than a house, honestly. It's like gigantic, it's huge. It's like 5 stories high. And there's like an elevator and everything. Like it's pretty intense. And houses in Kuwait are like so strange. Well, strange for me because I'm not from Kuwait. They're like so close to each other. Like there's like no space like between your house and the person's house next to you. They're extremely close, like almost attached. Which I hate because it just like, there's like not a whole lot of privacy going on. Like I can just look directly in the window of the house right next to us. Like just, it's right there, you know? So that's kind of annoying. We live on the, like the floor below the roof. So there's one floor ahead of our floor, and our landlord has been working on his roof like for a year straight. Like he'll maybe take like a week or 2 off, but they're constantly doing construction on this roof. I don't know what's going on. I've been up there once, okay? I'm just assuming that it's like a utopia on this roof. Like it must just be fantastic up there because they're constantly working on it. It seems like since places here, like houses here, like don't have a lot of space width-wise, they kind of just like build like layers on top of their house to kind of make up for it. At least that's my opinion. Like I feel like on the roof it's like a yard or something. Like it must be. And we went up there once and it was so weird. Like it was honestly so weird because like I'm pretty sure there's a pool up there right now because I think there was like the makings of a pool when we went up there. So the reason why we went up there, I don't think we're not like allowed up there because like again we live in like a family home, but we have like an apartment in a family home. We like pay rent for it and stuff. And it's not my husband's family. And one day we were home and they were like doing work on this. This was like a year ago. And we just heard like a million birds. Like it was really weird, like just chirping, like so loud. And we're like, what is going on up there? Like, cause it was just like tons of construction and then millions of birds, like the sound of that. And we were just like, this is like absolutely insane. Like what's going on this roof? So we went up there and it was like in shambles. Like they were obviously doing construction on it when we went up, but there was like 200 birds like on the roof. And like, okay. Like there was like just kind of your typical like birds, like I don't know, like sparrows or whatever like kind of bird is like kind of typical that you see when you go outside. But then there was also pigeons, which is also kind of typical. But then there was also like, have you ever seen those like pigeon chickens that are just gigantic? There was like a bunch of those and there's like 200 birds up on the roof. And I think that's kind of common in Kuwait is like keeping lots of birds, at least from what some people have explained to me, because I remember seeing it and thinking it was like the strangest thing I've ever seen. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why? Why would you have like 200 birds? What's the point? What's the point of that? Like no time limit. Like they'll work on the roof at midnight. They'll work on the roof at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like it's not like, I guess a law like it is in the United States where like you can't do outside work until like 8 a.m. I'm pretty sure you can't do like construction stuff until 8 in the morning. Like no, they do it all night, all day. Doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, so now we're gonna do eye makeup. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Nude Palette because I have it and I don't think I've used it on this channel before. I'm going to set my eyebrows, not my eyebrows, I'm gonna set my eyelids with, okay, she has like a nude on her lid. So I'm gonna set my eyelids with Bare, which is this shade. I think I'm gonna put on my brow bone highlight now. Which I'm going to do with white from that same Viseart palette. This is a Viseart editorial Brits. Y'all know this. If you've been around my channel, I talk about this thing all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna put some of that on my brow bone. It seems like she kind of has like a smoked out nude eye, I think. It's like blended super well. Slowly layer up this nude eye. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take, I'm gonna bring this up like higher than I normally would. I always have to remember that with like drag makeup because I always just naturally want to put it in my natural crease. Okay, I'm going to take, the first shade I'm gonna take is this brown shade, Secret. This brush is dirty. I need to clean my brushes. This is the Morphe. Girl, I don't know. It came in their holiday collection. But yeah, so we're going to put this like up in here. layer that up a little bit with this brush. This is the Sigma Exact Blend. I'm going to blend it. I don't know, I kind of want to use this shade, even though I don't think she really used that shade. This is Play, just to get it to be, maybe I'll mix them together. Just to get it to blend a little bit. And this is the e.l.f. crease brush. This brush is fantastic, by the way. If you guys need like a tiny blender brush, it's great. I'm gonna take this MAC 224 and just attempt to blend it out a little bit better. I'm going to tease right here and just kind of tipsy it. Did anybody else watch the Game of Thrones? I'm sure lots of people did. Finale? Ooh, girl. That was a mess. Like, honestly, this whole last season, I mean, y'all can think what you want, but like, in my opinion, that was a mess. So I'm just trying to kind of concentrate this on the outer V. Do you guys see the Alyssa Edwards palette? I'm so excited for it with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I also am just excited because like it's a palette coming out from Anastasia Beverly Hills that's quite colorful. I feel like generally they stick to sort of neutrals. I also just really like Alyssa Edwards. And the last shade I want to go in with is a black shade, which I don't have in here. So I'm gonna go into that Milani palette I grabbed earlier. Milani right here, Bold Obsessions black shade, Red Dia. And I want to smoke it out. Actually, I should probably get a tiny brush. And taking this, taking a little bit of the black, just attempting to smoke it out. I don't quite know why this side of my face is so much more of an asshole when it comes to blending, but it just really is. It really is. So even though she doesn't have lines on her, I'm gonna give my eyebrows hair. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't, I need to, okay? You keep it like this, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna add some to the front with this. No, not with that, with this. This is the NYX Strictly Vinyl. Is it chunky? Okay, maybe not with this. These dry out so quick. Like these and the Vivid Brights, like honestly. Ugh. So frustrating. Is this one dried out? This is the Vivid Bright in red. Maybe I can use it. Let's try it. That kind of looks insane. Whoopsie. I'm just gonna keep doing it though. I've committed. Fully committed. Do the eyeliner. Her cat eye seems to go, she like lines her entire eye. I don't normally do that, but I'm gonna do it today with this. This is the Milani Stay Put Matte liquid liner. And I use the brush, from the Rimmel Stay, what is it? Glamorized liquid liner? I use the brush from that because it's like very tiny, it's a brush tip. All right, so I'm going to start in the middle of my eye and then bring it down towards my inner corner. I'm gonna take the Maybelline Hyper Precise All Day Matte Liquid Liner. I use this on my eyebrows. Fun fact, I'm going to bring my inner corner down. Oh, this feels strange. I never do this. Lower lash line, I can't quite see what she's like completely wearing on her lower lash line. I think it's just like dark browns and stuff, and then it's like very lined. I'm gonna take Yeesh and this, and yeah, there's another Morphe brush. It's from their holiday collection. A little teeny tiny brush. I did a review on this actually, and I like it. So I'm gonna take Tease again, right there, and I'm gonna line this to about like right here. Why is this eyeshadow so red? It's like strangely red. It looks very cool toned here though. I don't understand. switching to this, going to line it. So switching to the Milani Bold Obsessions, going into black, and I'm going to line that lower lash line. Really bright inner corner. I don't know if it's shimmery or if it's matte, but I'm going to use Crave. What is this? Is this like a champagne? Yeah, it's like a champagne. So again, from the nude palette. I kind of love this palette a little bit. It's pretty fucking basic, but I do kind of love this palette a little bit. Yeah, I don't think that like quite looks right. Hers like really bright underneath her eyes. Maybe I should use white. This is a halo from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. It's like so intense. So we're gonna put that in the inner corner and I think it'll brighten it up a lot. It's not really a white, but it's kind of like an off-white. I mean, I'm gonna start on the eye. I have not touched my Mayron paints in so long, this feels so strange. But yeah, I'm using the Mayron Paradise paint to take my tiny brush and I'm going into the white Mayron paint. And I'm going to do the white of the eye first. Color in the iris. To lay down eyeshadow on top of each one of those, so white eyeshadow and then blue eyeshadow, just makes the colors more intense. I'm also gonna shade a little bit of the white with the blue. So just kind of bring it in a little bit. Black from the Milani palette again. Kind of just like line the upper part. I'm gonna get started on like the skin fold up here. And then I'm gonna go back into the eye. So for that, I'm gonna use just tones of like brown from this palette and that same nude palette from Huda Beauty. You shade it in and give it an eyelid. The first shade I'm gonna go in with is this brown. Paint on the waterline before I get into the shading on the eyelid. So I'm gonna go back into that Mayron palette and take my teeny tiny little brush. And I'm gonna go into Peach. Which one? Where is it? Oh, like pink? Yeah, the light pink shade. And I'm gonna add like a line for the waterline. To shade in the waterline, I'm taking this palette again and I am just going to kind of shade in the waterline. So I'm taking the dark red and I'm putting that like on the outer portion. And I'm gonna take white again and add some highlights. So one to the middle of the waterline and the iris. Some like lid folds. Making the eye way more detailed than she did. I'm sorry. Dark blue from the Viseart. I'm just gonna fade that, shade it. To give this a little bit of added detail. You could stop here if you want, but I'm not. This is the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer. I'm gonna be using deep and white. Add some shading and highlights. I fucking hate these. Like honestly, I like hate them and I love them at the same time. When they work so well. When they don't, like why is this already crusty? I literally just opened it. But I'm gonna take some of this and put some pink on the pink of my eyeball. And then let's do lashes. I'm gonna draw on lashes and also like put on lashes. We're gonna take white. Whoa, this is dry. Whoa, why do these suck so bad? Now I'm gonna contour. I'm gonna take this picture with Yvie Oddly and I'm just gonna like severely contour my cheekbones with it. NARS Olympia. You know, her contour is like, maybe I shouldn't put it down. Because normally when I do like drag looks, I'd like put this down and then it's a very sharp contour. But hers is like, this is like a shitty like blown up picture of it from like Untucked, is blended really nicely actually. So maybe I shouldn't do that. I should just apply like a ton of bronzer but blend it. That's what I think I'm gonna do actually. So, all right, I'm going to here. I'm also gonna contour my nose with powder. I kind of like never do that. So the closest thing that I could find to like the blush that she's wearing is this. This is Fiji from e.l.f. It's their contouring blush and bronzer powder duo. Do they still have these? I remember when these were like the thing. Like the thing. That was like years ago though. But yeah, I'm gonna contour, or I'm gonna blush my cheeks. She doesn't really have any like on the middle of her face, so I'm not gonna, I normally apply that there, but I'm not going to today. I'm also gonna apply a little bit of this bronzer because I think she's like kind of, not like bronzed, but I don't know. Like it looks just like more shading than I have on my face right now. Give me Halo again from Give Me Glow. This is an Anastasia brush. This highlight is insane. You're about to see. Oh my God. Blend. Before I put on eyelashes, I'm gonna put on some mascara. This is the Essence Princess mascara. No! Oh, I hate that. Just let it dry. Just let it dry. If you let it dry, it'll just peel off. I think I'm gonna use this pair of lashes. I don't know what brand this is. I got it from like some store in Kuwait. Yeah, I think. Oh no, I think that'll work. Pick all the cat hair off. Woo! Dude, I feel so much better now that I have lashes on. Severely overline my lips, like a lot. This is the darkest lip liner I have. A darker, I wish I had like a dark brown or something because it looks like her lips are like a cranberry and then it's like a dark brown, but I don't have that. My lips are so small. This is gonna be some severe overlining. I should just apply the lipstick and then like clean it up with liner. All right, so this is the lipstick. I'm gonna use the liquid lipstick. It's in Trance, right? And it's by Melt. It's one of their liquid lipsticks. Honestly, I don't even think Yvie like overlined her lips because her lips are so like plump to begin with. Honestly, like I was kind of doubting this makeup a little bit, but I kind of actually really like it. Not my eyebrows. Like I hate that I put hair in them. Looks so stupid. Okay, now I'm gonna put some mascara on my lower lashes. I like my face. I haven't worn makeup in days. Maybe that's why I like my face. I really don't think that she like even has liner on her eyes. I don't know. Hold on. Her picture's on the floor. I'm gonna get my black out and line it like on the inner corner because it looks a little weird up there. Yeah, that looks better. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put my ugly wig on. Hello. Okay, so I put a sweater on my head because I think it'll look good in photos, okay? I think it also makes more red on my head. Anyway, I hope you guys like this makeup tutorial recreation of Yvie Oddly's look. Let me know who you're rooting for in the finale. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this season of RuPaul's Drag Race. All right, I'm gonna go. Like this video if you like this video, subscribe, makes me happy, and bye.